gonna be hoarse by the time night over. What, you already read it? Because I ain't read none of this shit. What up, you guys? It's me and Mo, and we're here with a new episode of Since You Asked. Let's get right into it. Hey Keisha, hey Mo. My question to Keisha is any parenting advice for a single mother raising a boy in today's times? Congratulations on the job, Mo. Blessings to you ladies. Monique, you want to answer this question? Advice for a single mother raising a boy is to, if the father's not around, I mean, you basically have to play the role of mother and father as best as you possibly can. I set aside, partying and doing all that shit to raise my son because he was the most important thing to me. I'm a hands-on mother. I'm strict when it comes to school and all of that type of stuff. You just have to be a good ass mama and just instill in him morals and, whatever your belief systems are, and making sure that he's hardworking and disciplined because you're raising a young black man and he has to know how he's perceived in this world as far as from other races and other people, and just to be smart and successful and nice. And I taught my son at a young age about how to treat women. It ain't no, like, he called Miss Monique as far as he knew. It ain't no, hey Monique. No,
22.
Yeah, he was calling her Miss Monique. I don't play that shit because she grown. Yes ma'am, no ma'am, open the door.
Not yet. Not quite.
Teach him how to open doors and all that stuff. The biggest accomplishment and the biggest compliment I've ever received is from people that I don't know, especially here in my neighborhood, because I live in a predominantly white neighborhood over here. And the best compliments that I can get from these people, because they hardly ever see me, they always see him, is they be like, is such and such your son? And I'll be like, yeah. And they be like, oh my God, he's so well mannered, he's so polite, he's just such a nice young boy, you're raising him white. So that's the best compliment I could ever receive about my kids. So just be hands-on. That's the best advice that I can give you. What's up, Keisha and Mo? What are your experiences being a single mother, and through your years of living, what's some of the key points you've learned about being in relationships? Also, what boundaries do you have that a man cannot cross? Sorry if it's a lot of questions. Thanks and great work on your books and Mo's baking business. I admire you all's entrepreneurship. Thank you. First question, what are your experiences being a single mother? The shit is fucking hard as fuck. Don't do it if you don't have to. I really suggest being with a motherfucker that you know and know gonna be a great father or mother to your child. Because raising a kid by yourself is very strenuous. It's very time consuming. It's a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of tearful, fearful nights. It's just hard, but it's the greatest experience that I've ever had in my life. And if it wasn't for my son, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. He's my best friend. That's my buddy. I don't like talking about him because I always start crying, which I'm about to do, so I'm not going to do it.
Please don't.
Next part, what's some of the key points you learned about being in a relationship?
What I've learned is, and we've been saying this since day one, since Ask Keisha and Mo, please do not ignore the red flags. Like, I see so many people, and I'm always like lurking and stuff on social media, and people ask questions about relationships, and some of the comments that I see, and I'm not judging anybody because we've all been there, but just some of the comments that I see on these posts, and people talking about, well, he doesn't, but you know what, most of the times, and I'm gonna say probably 99% of the time, it's there. Like, the clues are there. We just choose to ignore them.
Yep.
Seriously. Also, what I've learned about, like, further along in the process after I got past that part, is just having yourself together. Everything that you want to do in your life, make sure that you're working on it. I mean, you're always a work in progress, but just make sure that you have yourself together so that you'll be able to give the attention and the time that's required and deserved in a good relationship, because it's hard trying to juggle, your self development or process and deal with somebody, because everybody don't understand it.
The biggest thing I've learned about relationships is that I don't need to be in a relationship in order to be happy. Let me say that again. No, for real though, like, cause I know a lot of women and men feel like they're incomplete unless they have a person. And I used to be that girl that would go from relationship because I did not want to be alone. I just felt like I had to be talking to somebody, and I would talk to people that I didn't even like, just say I had somebody. And I just recently got out of this shit over like the last 3 years of my life, and it's been like the happiest time of my life being by myself. I'm in a stage of my life where I don't even trip off being in a relationship because I'm so focused on other things, and I'm at a place now where I'm like, when it happens, and if it don't, it don't. I'm not even tripping off it. I'm waiting for it to come into my life in a natural way, because I was always the hunter, feeling like I had to find just somebody, and I ain't got time for that no more. I'm working on me and being the best version of myself that I can be. What boundaries do you have that a man cannot cross? For me, it's disrespect. You're not about to disrespect me on no type of level, because that shit starts off in the beginning. It be small shit with, we got a time for a date, 7 o'clock, and then that motherfucker don't show up until 11. That, you already set the pattern for how niggas gonna treat you. So when you let shit like that start to slide, they start doing other shit. So it's respect. You're not gonna disrespect me, and I'm not gonna disrespect you. So that's the main thing. Respect. You gonna respect me. Gonna put some respect on my name. So what's your biggest boundary?
That's what it is. I mean, because with respect comes a whole lot of other stuff. Like,
yeah.
My number one thing is I hate a liar. I hate a liar. And especially when you know something and you still gonna, like, I'm letting you know that I know this, and you're still going to look me in my eyes and then try to get it, like, yeah, that shit right there, no fly zone.
That'll get you cut. Yeah. But thank you so much for the question. We like when y'all ask us questions about ourselves, as long as they ain't disrespectful like that. Next question. I've shared a 3-bedroom apartment with a roommate for 2 years. We never had any issues with each other because she worked days and I worked nights. 2 months ago, I got a promotion that changed my schedule to working during the day. Around this time, my roommate started dating a new guy. Since I'm home now at night, I can see that he's over almost every night. This would not be an issue except for they are extremely loud and vocal during their multiple fuck sessions all night. I admit at first it was a turn on listening to them the first couple of times, but now that feeling has gone from being jealous to angry because I can't sleep. I'm tired at work every day, and my supervisor has commented to me several times about how my performance has slipped since changing my schedule. A conversation with her one night about it just ended with her saying I needed some dick. I don't want to move since my job is 10 minutes away and rent is cheap. What advice do you have for me? Punch that hoe in her chin. That's what disrespectful hoe.
I don't know.
I mean, since she responded to you in the way that she responded to you, I would say try to talk to her one more time on some serious shit. Just let her know.
Said you need some dick. I mean, but you don't be letting shit affect your work performance. So,
yeah,
shit.
That
when the lease up, because I would just have to.
Yeah, you're gonna have to move.
You're gonna have to choose your battle wisely. And what I mean by that is either you're going to continue to go to work tired unless your performance slip and get fired, or you're gonna pay a little bit more to stay by yourself. Which one is it gonna be, and still have a job? Yeah,
because she was disrespectful the way that she fucking responded to you instead of honestly.
And maybe you can tell her that I'm pretty sure she probably don't want to have to pay.
Unless she's already trying to get her out to move that motherfucker in. So, yeah, I would just tell her, this is really...
How do you feel that comfortable doing that? I don't know.
And that loudly. Like, she just rude about the shit. That's why I feel like she low-key trying to move her ass out. Like, she being disrespectful on purpose.
Yeah. I would tell her that if the shit don't stop, I'm leaving. I don't know if you can break your lease or not. You probably can get out of your half and pay a little bit for it.
Or just ride it out and then leave. You know what I'm saying? But
I'll some earplugs.
Yeah, do something. I don't know. Lock your door, put the pillow over your head, put some earplugs.
Where the third bedroom at?
Yeah, can't you go into the other third bedroom? Is that farther away? Like, I don't know, but like I would try to talk to her one more time and be nice when you talk to her. Don't go on no rah-rah shit. Let her be the ignorant motherfucker if that's how she chooses to be. But just let her know, like, this is really affecting my job. Ain't nobody jealous of you, bitch. This is affecting my job, and I just want y'all to be a little bit more respectful of my time and my space, because we're both sharing this space together. And that, if she responds crazy to you again, I would tell her, all right, bitch, well, I'm gonna ride this. I don't even say shit. If she
I
responds,
think she only went there because she was embarrassed. I think that was a defense mechanism for her to say that you need some dick, because bitch.
or she could just be a bitch and rude.
I still think it was. I think that she. Cause I'm thinking about personally. I don't want you to hear nothing I'm doing in the next room.
I just know if you came to me and said, Keisha, you loud, I can hear you. Like, bitch, I ain't been able. I'd be like, girl, I'm so sorry. I did not know you were here. But I ain't gonna say, you need some dick, bitch. You just mad. Like, what? Who responds like that to somebody? Like, girl, no. But if she respond rowdy to your ass again, I wouldn't even say shit after that. I'd just be plotting my exit. And she come up in that motherfucker one day, your ass is gone. Bye, bitch. Okay.
Right.
And you do what you gotta do on the legal end, make sure you straight. But since she want to be loud and she'll have that little motherfucker come up in there and ruin her credit and live off her ass. That's what the fuck she seemed like she want to do. So
You just made him out of the.
right, we don't even know if this nigga got a job or not, but we don't like him, Bernie. So yeah, let us know what you decide to do.
His house?
Right, but she said he always at her house, which lets us
He
pretty much
lives
know.
there.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said I feel like she trying to push her ass the fuck out. Something is up.
You probably be in your refrigerator naked.
Helpful. So let us know what happens.
Ready! Aim! Fire!
Okay, now this is for the clap back for D. Jackson. When she came for our girl Throat, that her and her husband, you know, was trying to relocate to a certain section of Miami with, you know, posh condos and shit like that. And she was asking us how could she get her husband on board. And we had a viewer comment in the comment section going off about how she was new money and
And we was some hussies and we was single.
Yeah.
We had no business talking to no married people about nothing.
And we already clapped back at her. But the person that sent us in the question initially saw our reactions to D. Jackson's comment and sent us in her response to D. Jackson. So here it go. Dear Keisha and Mo, I watched your show and thought I should respond to D. Jackson, who seems to have a lot to say about stuff she knows nothing about. So I'll break it down for her.
Why you reading it like that?
I got time today. I asked both of you for
Why you reading it like shit 90 days?
I asked both of you for advice because I want the outside point of view, someone who is unbiased. You seem to be offended that I mentioned my family income. If you go back and listen, I said we made $200K plus. Keyword is plus. So that means I can make anything in between. I don't work at McDonald's. No shade to those who do. I have some fleeting rap career. I'm an educated black woman. We've worked hard to get where we are, and we want to enjoy the fruits of our labor. By the way, new money or old money, it all spends the same. Secondly, that token black statement sounds ignorant as hell. African Americans can live anywhere we want. We aren't restricted to ghettos or middle income homes. Girl, you better speak a word. Lastly, I will say this. I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, which means barring anything catastrophic from happening to me or my job, I can take my degree anywhere and get a job making the same amount of money. I'm investing in real estate, not rims or jewelry. Real estate, especially in Miami, will only appreciate in time. In basic terms, means that it will only increase in value over time. So I'm glad that you took time out of your day to email Keisha and Mo about my problems. Well, she commented. But your advice was neither solicited or wanted. Oh, and before you respond to this, just remember that nothing you say has any effect on mine or my family's life. Have a wonderful and blessed day. P.S. Thanks, Keisha and Mo, for your advice and passing this on. Sincerely, the viewer.
Got him.
Y'all gonna learn today to stop fucking with people.
Right.
Well, she can't respond back to you nowhere. I already blocked her ass. Next question.
But if that's your friend, please let her know.
Hey Keisha, I know this is random. This is a random question, but can you and Mo start a Since You Asked on Facebook Live? I don't know how that would work or if that's out of order in the way that you record, but I think that would be cool to watch a 30-minute live show. But I know all your viewers live in different time zones. Just wondering. It's something we've been thinking about doing, not necessarily on Facebook Live, but on YouTube Live. We have all the equipment. We just haven't been able to sit down and figure out what day we'll be able to do it, what time. But we're working on a Since You Asked live. We'll have more information for that coming up soon. Last question. Hey Keisha and Mo, my name is Ree. I'm 26 years old and I have my master's, working on my doctorate, and I have a high-paying federal job. All right. About 4 years ago, while working on an internship, I met a guy that is 16 years my senior, and we began casual conversation that led to dating. Fast forward to 2015, he proposed and I accepted. We set a date for January 2017. I decided I wanted a prenuptial agreement and he was totally against it. We have been going back and forth about a prenup for about 8 months, and I finally decided to end the relationship because I didn't want to go along with the wedding without one, and he stated he would never sign one. Well, when I told him that I wouldn't get married without a prenup, he was very upset about it and begged me to stay. We are living together and our lease is set to be up in December of this year, 2016. I decided to end the relationship in September. We decided to just ride the lease out since it was an amicable split. Well, for the past week, he's been sending weird texts like, if I nutted in you, what would you do? Or what if I got you pregnant on purpose? I never respond. Well, 4 days ago, I found out I was 5 weeks pregnant, and I knew right then that he'd gotten me pregnant on purpose. I've yet to tell him, and I've always dreamed of raising children in a 2-parent household, but he won't sign a prenup before marriage. He got me pregnant to keep me, and I'm furious. What should I do? Still love him, but no one is budging on this prenup. Should I move out still? And before you think he just wants to live off me, he doesn't. I don't think so. He works for the federal government as well, and combined our income are well over $150K. There are things I've done on my own merit, like start a small business and a nonprofit that...
No, that's me playing.
Oh! What the fuck? You just go sit there like it didn't happen.
I did just have some collard greens.
Okay. And a nonprofit that I don't want him involved with and want those assets protected by the prenup. What should I do? Leave or stay? Help me, please. Oh, God. Monique, you start with this one.
Well, why was you still sleeping with him and y'all broke up?
Because she thought they was going to be able to work this shit out. Wrong.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That wasn't no real breakup.
Okay, but you know what? I don't know. Because I don't know how to break up with somebody and then go back and sleep with them. And when I'm done, I'll be done. I don't give a fuck if we sleep in the same bed together because of financial situations or at least or whatever the case may be. You ain't getting nothing from me.
I would just find him weird from this point on that he would go to such lengths to keep you by impregnating you on purpose.
You better hope he don't try. Let me shut up, because that's just way too deep of a thought.
No.
My mind be going there. I just be like, what if this Negro tries to take custody of this baby and then try to get child support? Like, why are you trying to get? I don't know. I don't know.
Like that.
Something's
That's just crazy.
Right.
Yeah, that was just.
That's real.
Lifetime movie type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then the fact that he older than you and pulling stuff like this, like. I wouldn't budge on this prenup shit. You gotta protect yourself, especially in these days and ages. Motherfuckers, the love ain't gonna pay the rent and bills. Love ain't got shit to do with it. Fuck that.
Do you even want to? I mean, because I don't know. It just seems really weird that y'all can come to an agreement so that y'all can get married, which leads me to believe that somebody really don't want to get married. I don't know. That's hard. That's a hard one for me.
What is his reasons though for not wanting to sign it? I wish you would have told us, like, what are the reasons that he's giving you? Because the fact that he won't sign it makes me feel like it is a money thing. Because just because y'all work at the same place don't mean shit. He could be in
he
debt.
definitely knows your potential. He knows what you're getting ready to do with yourself. You're only 26 years old and look what you've already done. So he definitely knows your full potential and where you're headed. And that's probably why he does not want to sign a prenuptial agreement.
Yeah, because he can see what's coming in the future.
However, girl, I can't see you. Well, shit, you know what I do.
What?
Go get my VIP course.
I thought she was gonna say she was gonna get an abortion. I mean, but you wanted kids. I was gonna say, girl. I mean, at this point, if I were you and if I was in the position, unless you just really head over heels and love
put you in a certain, because I know how I got a master, so I know how hard it is. knowing how hard it was for me to get a master's and maintain everything that I had going on, but after it and a baby and a newborn, no girl.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. We ain't telling you to get no abortion because that's a personal decision. But if I were you and if I was in your predicament after he just did what he did by getting me pregnant on purpose and going to such lengths to keep me, that's weird. Sorry, it's very weird, and that's weird to me. It's just giving me a bad vibe, and I'm not even you. I would personally, since you want to keep your child, move out still in December and co-parent at this point, because the trust will be broken there for me. Because if in the future things don't work out, I decide to leave, what the fuck are you gonna do then? What links are you gonna go to keep me then if you can't get your way or what?
And if it is really about the money, it doesn't matter about what links you're gonna do to keep me, because now I have this child.
Yeah.
And you're so busy now because he knows that you're probably passionate about getting your doctorate, but you have a non-for-profit, small business, whatever, and then you work a federal job. So how much of this time are you going to be able to give to your child? And he knows that.
Yeah.
So he'll probably have this baby most of the time, which means that the baby will probably live with him. He'll probably be the full-time parent, which means that you'll probably have to pay him child support. So at the end of the day, it still sounds like it's a money thing.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, you in a predicament, honey, bunches of oats.
Damn.
This is some Lifetime movie shit for real.
Girl, you ain't feel that. Why you ain't go get that study too?
And then the fact that he was sending you them weird ass text messages. What if I nutted up in you? What would you do? Like, so you knew this shit and didn't say nothing. And remember, she said she hasn't told him that she's pregnant yet. So you still got time if you wanted to.
I ain't say that.
You look like Penny from Good Times. You just said that. Hey, I'm just keeping it one. Well, he's weird to me. I'm sorry. He's just a little weird to me.
He reminds me of the man who said that GPS thing on my car.
Yeah, he's a little weird to me. You gotta, like we said, pay attention to the motherfucking signs.
Girl, don't be surprised that when you move out that he's still, because now he has to know where you live at now because y'all got a kid together. He gonna be popping up over there, motherfucker, watch. And his excuse is, we got a kid together. You can't tell me I can't pop up where my child is.
Yeah, he gonna be a handful. You gotta start paying attention to shit like this, bro.
I'm trying to manipulate the hell out of your ass.
Yeah, so.
Damn, girl.
Unless you really love him, continue to stay with him. And if you really can see he a good man and you want to work it out, then go ahead.
I don't like him. I feel bad for you.
Because he gave me a bad vibe. It's just something, my spirit ain't right after I read this.
Yeah, please don't end up on TV One.
It's not funny, but it's so true. Just watch yourself, girl. That was the last question. So if you have any questions for us, please send it to sinceyoux1@gmail.com. And if you have an update, please send it as well. Remember to let us know if you want to remain anonymous. Please proofread and space if possible. We love you, and we will see you on the next one.